5.4 million people are living with Alzheimer's. It's the 6th leading cause of death in the country. It's the only disease that can't be cured, prevented, or even slowed down. But the Alzheimer's Association is here to help.
We don't know what's causing the disease. So there are many clinical trials that are happening that are trying to get at what's happening in the brain with the protein that builds up that actually causes cell death.
Alzheimer's is the most common form of dementia, a general term for memory loss and other intellectual abilities serious enough to interfere with daily life. Alzheimer's is not a normal part of aging. Although the greatest known risk factor is increasing age, more and more people are diagnosed at an earlier age.
Signs include memory loss that impacts daily living, challenges in planning or problem solving, difficulty completing familiar tasks, confusion with time or place, trouble understanding visual images and spatial relationships. That begins to be a problem in terms of impact on someone's ability to drive, for instance. New problems with words and speaking or writing. Misplacing things and losing the ability to retrace one's steps to find those objects. Decreased or poor judgment. Withdrawal from work or social activities, and changes in personalities.
In Maine, we know we have roughly 37,000 folks living with the disease. One of our very distinct characteristics is we're the grayest state. We have the highest median age. So between now and 2020, we're looking at a 74% increase in the age band of highest risk, which is the 65 to 74-year-olds. So that number is going to almost triple over the course of the next 15 to 20 years. So the other piece that Maine is unique in is that our caregivers, our younger individuals, are leaving the state. So we have a real disconnect between the need of folks that are going to need care and the people that are available to give care.
Anyone with questions about Alzheimer's is invited to call their toll-free hotline.
Alzheimer's Association, Maine chapter. This is Lisa.
One of the misconceptions about the helpline is that you have to have an Alzheimer's or diagnosis or dementia diagnosis to call. I had a concerned neighbor call me about their friend who is living with the disease and wanted to know how they can best support their friend and what's available to her and how can she be informed herself about learning about it. We have here at the chapter a wide array of educational brochures from learning about short-term memory loss as well as basics of Alzheimer's disease, how to take care of yourself if you're a caregiver. We can also help folks learn about what are the support groups in my area, what are the resources that I contact to get help. There are really many reasons why people call us in the helpline.
Each year, Maine's Alzheimer's chapter hosts the Walk to End Alzheimer's so that future generations won't have to face this disease.
We're terribly, terribly underfunded as a disease. We have $480 million in Alzheimer's disease research and $6 billion in cancer research in 2011. So we know that when we put funding, when NIH puts funding behind a disease, we bring about tremendous change. And we know that Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the country. And at $480 million in research, we're nowhere near where we can be in terms of bringing about a real end to the disease, which is the association's mission.
The Walk to End Alzheimer's is great because it brings everybody together. A lot of people, have similar situations with it, and it gives people that opportunity to maybe speak to folks that are dealing with it in their own way. Everyone, handles the process differently, so I think it's a good format for folks to just kind of casually have conversations with other people dealing with it.
The Alzheimer's Association is passionate about providing hope and assistance for those diagnosed and their families.
We talk with individuals living with the disease that have found a renewed or brand new interest in art, in poetry, in really living in the moment. So there are gifts for all of us in this disease around being present and making the most of every day and really enjoying the people in your life, because that's the most important thing. And this disease really does a great job of forcing you to be in the moment. What you have is today. That's true for all of us. We all have a limited time. We all have to make the most of what we're here to do.
Want to know more about the Alzheimer's Association of Maine? Log on to their website. It's alz.org/Maine. There's a link on myfoxmaine.com.